remove, and Watch Hog will be the card. I think if we remove these, let's do this. Card, open.
I can't quite figure out. Everything she does is beautiful. Everything she does is Save. Save. Get some music. Let's get some music up in this beach. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Yo, what's up, guys? Hello, hello, hello. I keep forgetting to turn on the multi-stream chat. P-Wing, what up? First, Razor, what up? Ecuador, what's going on, my friend? Retro Mike. It's Thursday somewhere? Does my thing say Thursday? Oops. Let's get that changed, shall we? That's funny. Let's get that changed here real quick, because it ain't Thursday, it's Wednesday. It's hump day, my dudes. We've got a fun couple of days in front of us. One second. We'll be good to go here in a second. Okay, better. Let's see. Big Bride, what up? Elo, what's going on, dude? I'm sifting the bulk I just bought. Let's go. That is what we like to hear. Too late, Obi Jim. I already changed it. So, we finally got, I don't know if you can see it down there, our 23.5 cases of Foundations Jumpstart we're doing a mass box opening on. So, for the next day or two, it's probably going to take us 2 days to open all these packs, which is going to be equally fun and miserable, but it's what we do when we want free money. So, I also changed the camera setup a little bit. I used the camera that I had for my overhead. I'm using that for my face for now because this camera is my better one, so you can probably see what's going on a little better. So, yeah. If you have never seen or done a mass box opening before, that is basically where we just open a massive ton of products, sort it, list it, sell it, and you just wash, rinse, repeat. You usually have to have a decent amount of, you know, you can only do it with so many products. You can't do it with everything. We need to save these boxes. Over there you go. Over there you go. Oh my God, it's loud. All right. So there's like, in Foundations Jumpstart, there are literally like 40 different decks. So right now we're just gonna sort them all by deck. I didn't mean to throw that right on the corner. Hopefully there wasn't a $40 card in there. And we're gonna do this until everything is sorted by color. And then by color, we're gonna do by deck. And then by deck, we're going to sort the singles from there. Opening a lot of packs is always really fun for like the first 30 minutes. And then after that, it gets a little rough. I've done one case before, 8 boxes, 9 boxes. I have yet to do 3.5 cases. What is good in Jumpstart? There's a lot of good in Jumpstart. You got the Scythe Cat Club. I think that's like 35, 40 bucks. You've got Riv or Liv, whatever the anime vampire chick is. There's a goblin dude that's like 10 bucks. There's an elf guy that's an uncommon that's 10 or 15 bucks. I mean, there's obviously a lot of bulk, but the goal here that we aim for when we do a mass box opening is to get 70 to 80% or more of our money back within 2 weeks by selling off all the big stuff and then just like keep it going. I wish it was an all-nighter, dude. We're probably not gonna have this stuff listed in time for Mayhem. My whole entire thing got thrown off. I forgot about the holiday, and then UPS was being a bunch of jerks. I had to like reroute it 3 times. So I would like to, but it's whatever. I'm not. Mayhem is whatever. You know, I think I said it before. I am much more of a. You know, I want to try to get everything set up in the next 5 to 6 months, so I have a good Cyber weekend, which we'll be able to do. Howdy. What's up, Joe Little? Welcome to the stream. Black. Red. How's everybody been doing? How is your guy buying my bulk from told me yesterday at 12:45 when I went in to grab my bulk that he had already spent 45K that morning on collections so far. Blew my mind. People be selling right now, dude. Going TCG Player Direct for these? Yes. I was gonna try to wait until like June, whenever, when they change the fee structure. So it's gonna be probably lose a tad bit, but I really want to start abusing Direct. So even for the bigger stuff, I kind of just want to. I'm trying to do like all Magic on TCG Player, all Pokemon on eBay. There will be some exceptions, but yeah. Box one down. Yeah, 45K in collections is nuts. What's probably even nuttier is the speed in which they're probably selling that stuff. I would be really scared right now to spend that much money. If I'm being honest. That's but as crazy as things are, dude. Box number 2. Boom, boom. Dragons. Oh, there we go. If you can see, these are all my eBay stacks I've got working. I turned my eBay store on live. I'm finishing editing a video tonight for my series I'm starting. We sold like 36 cards for about 160 bucks. Not a bad first day for taking it seriously. What is everybody doing tonight? Are we lifting, sifting, sorting? Snakes. trying to remember. It's been a while since I've been able to do any foundations. I'm trying to remember which decks. Vampires. I think that's a good one. Landfall. That's potentially some little tigers in there. Boom. Boom. With the recent bulk sale that you had, do you think you will come to the dark side and sift and then resell? Yes. Yes. There are going to be things that I list a lot on. I think Pokemon especially. Magic is definitely going to be a sifting thing. It's going to be like 10 or 15 cents. Pokemon, though, I'm still wishy-washy on it. I still kind of want to list everything, but also I might just try to make master sets, like common, uncommon master sets, and try to do something a little different. You know? Blue. Damn, bro, great first day. My best day was 6 Poke Day Pikachus with swirls for 120. Nice. That's actually pretty dope. Yeah, and it's a little like, a little inflated because I had some bigger stuff, which oddly a lot of it didn't go. But I had like a $70 or $80 Rainbow Espeon, a couple of other little bigger cards, but listing everything for the Mayhem sale right now. That's what we're talking about. How much do you think you're going to be able to get done before then? Card uploader playset functions for listings. Saw it last night when I was doing a batch. Every day I use card uploader is another day that I wish I would have known about it sooner. And that is an excellent... I wonder how that works. Like, you just upload a bunch of cards and then it just like auto-populates them into like, oh, you have like 9 of this, 7 of this. Interesting. I also wonder how that works with the quantity limit of what you're allowed to... with what you're allowed to list. Because like if you only do 500 images, I imagine it's probably hard to do a master set like that. But more than likely, my store is going to remain closed until Mayhem is passed because it took forever for this other return invoice to populate, which it just did tonight. So I probably won't even be able to turn the store live until like Thursday. But like I said, I'm not too worried about it. Yeah. Where is it on the menu? Dude, oh my God, I tried I had such low bar expectations for the combine orders thing. That thing was nuts. I mean, it was about as accurate as you could be. It really makes me wonder how like TCG Player and other platforms aren't able to do stuff like this. It's crazy. Luckily off work this week, so I'll be up late. Goal will be to be done listing normal printing tonight and do reverse and hollow. It's a solid plan. Solid plan. Play set, not math. Oh, play set. Okay, so I think it will take 4 of a given quantity and allow you to create one eBay listing. Gotcha. I was gonna say that's... Boy, if they had a master set listing. Oh my God. Here I am screwing up my OBS again. As always, it happens like once a stream with my fat fingers. Yeah, this week was one of those weeks where I hated my job more than usual, so I I took an extended weekend because I was sick. It's their fault when you switch from regular time off to PTO days. Sorry, not coming in. I'm not feeling it. Mental health day. Blue.
Hello there.
Yo, Utopia, what's up? Thank you for the YouTube sub. Hope you're having a great day. Blue. They also have a per SKU export now to teach player. I honestly haven't messed around with SKUs. I probably should, but that's still a solid thing. What up, Rons? What's up, Tapper Games? What's going on, dude? Hope you're having a good night. Hope you are doing fantastic. Red. I thought it was going to take us longer to get through these packs, but we're already through box 3 almost. 30. So the worst box we should net $20. The best box we should net like 140, 150. So on average, it should be about $40 to $50 per box. And then if the place has more, I'll order even more. I don't know how many of you have done mass box openings before, but when you find a box or a set that is worth doing it, you just grind it until the water stops. Blue. 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh, microphone, what's up? I have to save all these boxes for a thumbnail. My favorite is mass deck openings because I can just pull up the Excel file and add the quantity per card. Yeah. I'm sure it's not hard. I am definitely I'm not versed in any Excel, Google Sheets, whatever. I could probably save time, but I just, I like scanning shit. One day I'll probably have to conform, but right now. Well, when you say the XF file, is that just like uploading a current CSV and then just adding quantities and then saving and that's it? Because my worry would be is like if you're manually adding, like I know I make mistakes. I make more mistakes than probably the average person, but. All right. Crack a bunch of these. Retro, how close are we to 1K, dude? No, last time I was over there, you were at like 700 or 800. Black. Yeah, every deck has the same card in it, so you just look at the card list for the deck and add the item. It might be where, I mean, obviously, like it's, you know, at some point I will have to consider doing things like that. I'm just so afraid of like making stupid mistakes. Which honestly, when it comes to stuff like that, I should probably just save that type of thing for like off days where I don't have to rush. 655. That's what's up, man. Tap for Games and Retro Mike are homies, guys. If you guys aren't subbed to them, make sure you check out their channels because they are dope. They are dope and they do dope stuff. Haven't checked out week 3 yet of the TCG versus eBay battle. It's easily one of the things I look forward to the most. I do have a couple 5 rows over here. Ah! That was almost bad. I forgot with the setup. I've got too many wires going too many places. There we go. Disaster averted. Thanks, Bronze. No problem, dude. I don't know how much good it's gonna do, but you know, you guys are awesome. So it's what's the? You guys ever watch the Pell Show? We black actors. We gotta stick together. Whatever episode that's from. I know I'm not black, but it's for the memes. Wait for week 4 when Mayhem destroys eBay. Is that going to be part of like your SKU? Like, thought counts, man. Thought counts. You are right, dude. You are right. I feel bad because I've like made so many like internet friends now. Like, there's not enough time to watch everybody's stuff. So it's like, I made sure for my, because sometimes I forget I'm in under my like personal one. So I went on my main, my channel here, and I unsubbed everybody that doesn't have to do with cards. So that way it's not like moist critical internet drama slop. That way I can make sure, you know, we can keep things going. Boom, 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 boom. And honestly, that's just another thing that I could just use Card Uploader for, because like I said, with the combining listings thing was so smooth. You know, if I ever do stuff like that, I could probably just run it through there and not have to worry at all. I was so worried about that. The one thing I did mess up is, you know, and it's just, you know, first time using it, so it's my fault. But I had repriced everything the way I wanted, and then I wanted to change things up. So then I marked everything back down to $249 and started doing things. So some of the sales that I have are easily like $7 to $10 reverse hollows that got sold for like $2, $3. I mean, I got it for a penny, so it is what it is. But I was definitely just like, darned it. I'm tracking up until Mayhem starts so I can track it, just fully expecting that people are holding, buying it. Yeah, I would agree with that. Granted, my store hasn't been live for like 2 or 3 weeks, so I haven't really seen the quote slowdown, but you know, it's why they do Mayhem, because it gets slow during these times. It's hard out there. And honestly, when it gets hard like this, that's where doing stuff like this can, you know, get you a little margin somewhere. Can I have a pack? I'm sorry, man. I only have 20 boxes. If I had 21, yes. But 20 is the cutoff point. Lou. What's going on, Jordan Sports? How are you doing, brother? Well, that one, fortunately, I priced correctly. I would have been pissed. Surprisingly, a lot of Japanese stuff. I listed a lot of Japanese bulk that was like light play, might have replayed, that was older. More of that stuff sold than like the modern stuff. Red. Might be up to our first desk clear. Hey Bronze, how you doing? Good to see you back. Yeah, what's up, Grinder? I'm glad to be back, man. It was a weird couple of weeks, but sometimes you just gotta figure things out. What do you about TMNT Magic? What do I what about TMNT? What do I know? A friend of mine got an email from Tag today. Dragonite Mega Attack Rare from Ascended got a Tag 10. They damaged it during encapsulation. Sweet. Are they gonna pay up for it, or are they gonna do what they did to the other guy who had like remember like a year or so ago when that kid had like the frail slabs in that whole debacle. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Tiger Tail GTO. I'm doing good, man. How are you? Oh my god, I got a sneeze that is like right on the precipice. White. Green. Got a lot of green decks. That's a good thing. Lots of good green cards. I made that mistake with Card Uploader. I accidentally forgot to change one of my pre-release cards price and it sold for 20. Yeah, it does. It does. And it's like, you know, that's again the long tail things because there's going to be something that sells for 2 cents. That's 2 cents that sells for $4 and it all cancels out. But, you know, it's the price of learning. I mean, honestly, when it comes to TMNT or any set for Magic, at least, the way you should go about it is probably, you know, you take your playables and like list those on eBay so you can get more. But because I'm in direct, like you kind of have to list your like staples like Soul Rings and Command Towers and stuff on direct, so you can like try to take as much advantage of the cart optimizer. So, you know, being in direct, mine is a little different, but, you know, if it's a card that's worth 25 cents or more, just throw it up there and just gonna have to have whatever your floor's at. Brother. Teal, I'm already hating it. It was fun after box 3, and then seeing all these extra cellophane wrappers is already getting on my nerves. They offered a cash refund for last sold, or $400 of tax or credit, or for them to source a replacement tag 10. That's actually... What do you think about that? I think that's a reasonable proposition. I see you finally got your Jumpstart delivered. Yes, finally. Oh, I was so pissed, man. They tried to deliver it, and then it said like a delivery time of like 12 o'clock. And then they didn't come till 9, and my lobby of my apartment was closed. And they're like, okay, well, we need a gate code. Like, okay. So I give them the door code, upload it. They come at 9 o'clock, and they say, we couldn't find the door, so we're going to try again tomorrow. So then I go on and pay $8 to have it rerouted to a drop-off point, which is like literally across the street. They say it's going to be 12 to 3 o'clock. It never gets dropped off. And I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? So it took like 4 extra days. Stupid. 22 viewers and only 4 likes. What are you doing here? Smash that like button. That's what we're talking about. Sleeve. Sleeve, what's up, dude? Briarwood, what's up, homie? Yo. We got 20 boxes, my friend. Oh, I know, Wes Kelly. I know. I've done a case or 2. I haven't done close to 4. But, the things we do for those delicious, delicious margins. Also appreciate the sourcing option. Yeah, dude. Absolutely. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised that, I mean, I know why it's not getting a lot of attention because it's not a negative thing, but like, especially though after that whole PSA destroying a $40,000 card and saying, here's a $10 gift card, like, Tag should be getting some kind of, I mean, maybe you don't have to give someone credit for doing the right thing, but like, in a time where transparency is getting harder and harder to come by, especially when it comes to grading and stuff, you know, giving a company like that an attaboy for not doing what's expected, which is like the horrible thing. All right, we gotta clean this desk off. Things are getting a little too wobbly. What do they call it on a roulette table? Send in the rake. Send in the rake. Black. Here's your $20 grading fee refund. We're also not going to comp it at the price that we just sold it at. For reasons. You know, reasons. Okay. It took me 3.5 months to get 5 cards back from Tag. I'm happy with it compared to 8 months from PSA. Yes, I actually talked. So on Sunday morning conversation, we have Krabby cards on this week, and we did a lot of grading talk. He definitely had some interesting opinions about Tag and CGC versus PSA. I'm still kind of in the boat that I'd rather wait for the industry leader in the 8 months, but you know, that's just me. You gonna be listing any more Sun and Moon cards, or is that it? No, Johnson. There is a good amount left. I've just been grabbing a, I don't know what that is. I can only do so much in a day, but I have been, as I've been seeing them, trying to set them aside and get the older stuff out there. PSA can destroy a $700 card and be like, we did our own market research and our best offer is $25 gift card to Olive Garden. They would pick Olive Garden. From the Sun combo, what struck me was his comment that more and more people are doing payment plans on stores. Oh, dude. Yeah, when he was saying that, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure many of you do it. I use PayPal Pay in 4. I might double dip doing PayPal Pay in 4 and Klarna, but I do it responsibly. Like when I go through this and this stuff sells in 2 weeks, the first thing I'm doing is paying off that plan just so I can go back and do it again. You know, it's like your intro to leveraging 101. Awesome. Thanks, dude. Dude, Johnson, thank you, man. I know you've been like hanging in there, waiting patiently. It's just a lot. It's just a lot, dude. And especially now that I'm trying to get better at prioritizing. Yeah. But I have that giant hitbox, so I'm probably gonna, like, I think my next day off is Monday. So when I go to, you know, one of my days off during the week, I'm gonna try to make it a big eBay day. And I'll try to find as much XY stuff, or not XY, Sun and Moon and XY stuff, and you know, try to prioritize that stuff. Blue. I only had one of these, and now I've got 5. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but I have like these 5 EVs here. They all have, you're probably not gonna be able to see it. They all have swirls, and they all had like a last sells of like 20 or 30 bucks. And then my Discord, which I am gonna be starting this weekend, hopefully, I put it in Phantom's channel. We found these bad boys. And they're all the swastika ones. So those are nice little chunkers, nice little bulk finds there. I saw an interesting video the other day about Pay in 4 providers. They are charging 8% processing fee to the merchant instead of the normal 2-3% that they... Interesting. That's interesting. I mean, 8%'s a good chunk, but it ain't gonna stop me. Mainly because this is out of necessity. Like if I have to do a lot of work for small margins, once every week, once every other week, I'll do it. I have a very, very high potential where I might be able to go down to 32 hours at the end of the year, and I will be doing it if I can. Inflation on top of inflation on top of inflation. We got to find a way for you and It's Fandom Live to not be live at the same time. Release both of your content while I work through my own bulk. I appreciate that. I think he only goes live a couple days a week, which are Monday and Wednesday. I haven't, there were a couple weeks there where I was pretty routinely getting on, most of the week. Monday and Wednesdays are going to be rough, but it's just what happens when you have audience overlap, and I'm not too worried about it. And I usually stay on, with the exception of tonight, because I have another podcast I got invited to be a part of, so we have to do that around 10. I'm going to end up being live a lot more than he is, so, Monday and Wednesdays and his potential weekend stream might be a little rough where you have to pick and choose, but I like streaming. I've been trying to use streaming time as the dedicated time of doing business stuff on top of spaghetti. Knees weak, arms and ready. Ghastly. Hey! Pokemon. It's backwards. During bull runs in my other YouTube channel areas, everyone shoots at the same time. They may be overlapping audience, but you have to understand everyone has their own schedule. Yeah, exactly. And it is what it is. There's overlap. There's things that'll happen. Honestly, for any of you guys that do start to make content and that do plan to start, those are the things that'll kill you, thinking oh my god, what if I go live at the same time with this guy? You can't think of that. You can't think of it that way. I love Phantom. He's become one of my favorite people. Not to be too parasocial, I consider him a friend. But ultimately, I'm doing this for me, and I'm just gonna do my thing. And then, first rainbow deck that has a bunch of crap in it. Only took 4 boxes. Good. Hard to choose between mom and dad. Well, the big question here is, if we're gonna get 2 genders about it, is who's mom and who's dad. The podcast live or recorded for later release? It's recorded offline. It's called the Coffee and Cardboard Show. I don't want to okay. This might be me being in my own head. I don't want to get too in the habit of shilling a bunch of random crap, but it's definitely more Magic focused, market talky stuff. But it's guys I've befriended in Rob's Discord of RNG Games and a few others. Bunch of cool dudes. They were actually on a couple one Sunday morning conversation episodes. Overlaps will happen, and options are always a good way to think. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, think about it this way. I mean, even take streams aside and just regular cable TV. I mean, half the time, or not even cable TV, just YouTube videos. I'll watch a video for 5-6 minutes. I'll put on a PokePaster video. Then 5-6 minutes later, Phantom's video, click. And it's sometimes I'll watch them all. Sometimes I'll go back and forth, and nothing wrong with it. I'll let you choose tonight. No. Phantom's gonna have to be a bottom tonight. Daddy's home. Daddy's in charge today. Boom. I like seeing elves. Goblins is another good one. Bronze Mom. I like it. Let's not have that stick. We can just have that as a one-off tonight. That doesn't need to be a meme going forward. Although I can't decide that. We're making some good progress here. Great live with Alex the other day, new sub here. What's up, Future Sight Games? Appreciate the kind words, dude. Yeah, dude, Alex is so nice. Anyone who's watched Nostalgianomics knows that I think he gets a little bit of a. I said in the interview, he gets a little bit of a bad rap, and like gets a lot of unnecessary hate. He hopped on 15 to 20 minutes before we were supposed to go live. We chatted about whatever. He was like genuinely interested in me. It was my show. And he was just like, so you sell bulk? And he was just like so into it. And then afterwards, I went to go, I was like, hey, I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you have a good day. And he was like, well, let me ask you a couple questions. And then we sat there for like 40 extra minutes. And it's like, I hate like constantly saying, hey, I appreciate your time, because it makes it sound like I'm devaluing my time. But also it's like, when you're that size and you have a lot of stuff going on and you're gonna take an extra 40 minutes just to shoot the shit, it's like, wow. So like, I already liked him, but now I've got like even more love for him. Already made shirts. Gah! Darned it. Now that you said it, it's gonna stick. Should have left it alone. Is this my Michael Scott koi pond moment where I really go overboard with things? I haven't even liked my own dang live. So sad. All right, guys, if you're joining the live and you don't mind smashing that like button on the stream, that'd be greatly appreciated. The internet gonna internet. Gotta ignore that. Yeah, you're absolutely right there. Absolutely right. Koi pond. Yeah. That's a really good point of the episode that really hammers home the type of humor it is. Because like I remember watching it with a few people, and just like when he's like really just like self-deprecating himself, and he just takes the whole like, hey, make fun of yourself and it'll go away too hard. Most girls I know that watch that episode, they're just like, I don't get it. It's like, how do you not get it? It's fantastic. Good stuff. If he gave you some extra time, it means something. LMAO dude is always dude. And now that he's doing what, like damn near 2 streams a day? Yeah. I wish I had more expendable income, because I would love to go in on some breaks, but I just can't. I can. It's just not a priority to. I used to get in on some breaks. Big time. To my own detriment. I'd walk in and buy like 2 or 3 boxes, and then I would just start buying ETBs for random people. It was a little bit of a... I definitely went full degen mode sometimes. I can't believe out of 7 boxes, we've only hit 1 rainbow deck. That seems a little silly. All right. Oh, bam, 2. There's nothing good. There's nothing good in this deck at all. Maybe there's 1 or 2 cards, but definitely nothing crazy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. This is box number 10. Probably dumb question. I assume listing Pokemon on TCG Player is similar to MTG Bulk. The more you list, the more you start to unlock. Yes. It's a little different for me now, and it's kind of why I made the change, and it's still kind of waffling on the list everything thing, because with being on Direct, a lot of the really low value stuff gets marked up to 40 cents and almost never moves unless it's a playable or it's a reverse holo or something. You can still have your market price places set at the prices, so if they go into your store physically, they'll still be that price. But that happens so infrequently that I've had to change things a little bit. Magic, it's a little easier because of how playable the cards are. Like there's so many formats and so many, staples that you can get away with listing a lot of those cards, and still even for direct at a 40-cent floor, they'll go. But my intent was always to get back into direct and start really just, you know, abusing some mass box openings. Because, like, honestly, if I can get into the point where I'm doing this every week, it's going to be like, depending on the set, it's going to be like $2,000 a month profit, depending on the set. This should be $500 to $600 of profit when it's all said and done. So for a day or a full weekend to make, you know, potentially $2,000, if you're doing it weekly religiously, it's hard to pass up. And I happen to have some nephews and stuff that are getting into Magic, so if I ever want cheap labor, I can just get some pizza and, hey, come over. Come over, bring your friends, I'll buy you food, just open and sort. I have so many Lost Caverns Commander deck cases still. Yeah, dude. Has Exquisite Blood gone up? Because I know it started going down there for a little bit, but is it back up to like 25, 30 bucks? I know sometimes when I have extra cash, I want to start buying cases again just to hold on to, but it's like I'm not there yet to where I can hold on to stuff. I have my one little, I don't know if you can see it. I did it again. I forgot again. All right, we're not gonna do that again. We can't do that. We're gonna have this reconfigured next time. I keep destroying my whole setup here. Anyway, I was gonna show you my closet. I've got a couple perfect order ETBs. I think I have like a Ascended Heroes bundle or two. Whenever I have a little extra cash, I just buy one of something. Go look. Let's find out. Exquisite Blood, Lost Caverns. $36? Wow. Bronze, do you mind saying who did your custom playmat with your logo? It looks like good work. Yeah, who was it? The logo I had made on Fiverr. There's I think they're a decently well-known team out of the Philippines called Kong Vector. So they did that. They did the intro for my videos, everything. I think it was Jank Mats was the company, and they had like a bunch of different add-ons. So I got like a hand-sewn, embroidered thing. Yeah, it was pretty solid. I was happy with it. I use it for the videos, and then I have like my old logo. I have a playmat with an old logo on it that I use for like other stuff, so I don't have to get it all dirtied up. Wait. Definitely worth it in my opinion. All right. I'm gonna get next time we do a mass box opening, I'm gonna get a counter up, and I'm gonna make a counter every time we knock stuff over. That's 1.5. So we're at one full stack, one half stack, and 2 times I've almost destroyed my camera. Not bad. Not bad work for one night. Awesome. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Yeah, they're good. They did good stuff. I don't even think it was that expensive. I think it was like 30 or 40 bucks. But I was willing to pay up a little bit for the, you know. It's not going to be a forever mat, but definitely. Oh, that's something I want to talk to you guys about. I'm pretty sure I hate that I'm even saying it. I'm pretty sure One Pack Magic might be ending with episode 500. And I'm probably going to do a video about it because it's something I started a year and a half ago just to start me getting consistent with doing something daily. But on a business side of things, you know, I'm not using business funds. I'm using like my personal money for it. With packs getting as expensive as they are, it's getting harder and harder to justify doing that when I could buy them and start investing and doing like a rip and ship or something. And it kind of messes with the algorithm maybe a little bit because like it's more like openings and business stuff don't go hand in hand. Or maybe even starting to go down to doing it like once every other day. But I'm thinking for now at least, unless I start getting, you know, to like grow more and start making a little more, might have to be something that we pause for a little bit. White. It's weird. Of all the places on my hands that start to get scratched up, it's like the side of my thumb. But the next pack could be the overrated Zard. I keep telling myself that, and now we're at 500 almost. Yeah. I don't know. Especially like a month ago, we had like a streak where I think we went like 18 packs in a row without hitting a damn thing. I don't know. I have a few more days to think about it, but I think, and honestly, like I kind of want to spend more time chopping up the Sunday morning conversations and some of my other videos where, you know, make those into shorts, save the template and do it another day. Maybe down the line, 6 months, 12 months, things start to calm down, packs a little more not ridiculous. Black. Can I get my coffee? Black. Can't you see we talking? White. Yo, what up, guys? What's up, hunters? What's going on? What about when you do box breaks for your inventory? Just film each one of them so you have like 4 months worth of daily content. That's a solid idea. But it's even possible that I'm honestly considering just stopping to open for myself. As much as I love opening at least something, it's like, I don't know. I'm really, and let me know if I'm wrong. I'm really looking for some actual like solid, like what you guys would do type of thing. I'm really wanting that by the end of the year to be able to go down to like, even at the very minimum, 32 hours. I want to have 3 days where I can focus on doing this. And if my YouTube stuff gets to the point where that can make up the difference, then I'm going to do it. But every time I buy a box and open it for myself or buy packs for One Pack Magic and do it myself, I just keep looking at money as money that I could be buying singles or things that I actually want. But I know when I first started the channel, that was kind of what I was doing, was opening. So it's like, I don't want to ostracize people, but also it's like another thing where it's like, you know, sometimes, you know, changing might be a good thing. I don't know. I'm a pro at opening a dozen consecutive packs with no hits. Just ask Roar and TJ. Yeah, I've witnessed it. Oof. I'm thinking about selling my Mewtwo EX SPC Generations 20th Anniversary box. Store for me 3,200 CAD. I bought it for $100 10 years ago. What would you all do? Do you need the money? Like, if you need the money, do it. If you don't really need it, you know, yeah, do what makes your brain happy. We can say his name, man. Phantom's a buddy, dude. I say that stuff 5 times a day. I tell myself at work, just do what makes your brain happy. It's a good line. It's a good line. But yeah, if you need the money, like for me, like the bulk deal I did, I didn't need it, but also was like, man, this could be a lot of stuff, so I did it.
Hello there.
Yeah, if you don't need the money, then yo, what's up, Tim? Thank you for coming into the stream. Thank you for the YouTube sub. Appreciate you, dude. Just being silly with something. Yeah, got it. Understood. If it was me, I'd open it. Mike, you're reckless, dude. I love it. I love it! How many Office references can we fit into one stream? Also, sorry if that blew up your eardrums, but memer's gonna meme. You know? And sometimes you just need a good meme. Blue. Black. White. Hello there is from the Tin Can Guy. It's actually Obi-Wan. At least that one is. I'm thinking about getting a case of Flesh and Blood, Compendium of Wrath, and opening those. The Antiquity packs are $50 by themselves, but I'd more than likely just open them. Yeah, I don't know much about Fab, but I know that they're extremely top heavy, and I don't know that I would open any of them with the expectation of making money. But if you want to do it and you like doing it, then do it. I think the more you can use parts of your daily work that you're going to do anyways as shorts content or whatever, the better. Like getting 2 bites. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to focus on. And honestly, like I did that for a little bit. I would do a box opening and then I would chop it up into shorts. I don't know. It's definitely a solid thing that I should probably get back to doing. I don't know. Honestly, I'll probably just like keep what I was doing. I probably still will do, even though they're expensive, was just buying a Charizard UPC, using the packs to open, and then just like keeping the promos to send them off. Potentially break even or make a little. Buy a few extra random crap on the side. First 5 rows almost filled. I feel like we need to change it up here. I feel like some of those songs we've heard already tonight. That's one thing I really need to do, honestly, is like pick a day I have off and use like, not even the whole day, like 3 or 4 hours and just do nothing but make shorts and whatever. So I usually do them like last minute or right at the moment I need them. All right. Got 8 more left. 8 more to go. We're actually making pretty good time. Pretty good time, I would say so. Come on. On my YouTube, on my tech YouTube channel, I have a short with 150K views. Revenue's $8. Shorts bring in subscribers, but the ad strategy on them is, yeah. I learned that the hard way. But yeah, that's a solid, I'll probably just kind of keep that in mind as I go. So how does breaking these jump starts work? Do you sell them each bundle as a known set, or do you break them down into singles and sell them? Yes, I will open up every single one of these decks. So we're opening the packs to get the decks, and then luckily for us, they are double packed, double sealed. So then we'll open up all of the decks, sort the singles, take out all the lands, because each deck, so each, I don't know if you've ever played Jumpstart, but these are decks. So you take clerics, and then you take whatever this is, snakes, take these together, shuffle them up, play. It's like a whole like beginner's thing. But yeah, we just chop it up, start everything alphabetically, list all the singles, and then probably gonna sift, like I said, I think we're gonna sift at like 10 or 15 cents. Put the rest in a box, either keep it and start getting into the lot game and start doing lots, or bulk it out to someone else. Who knows? Foundations is just a little bit more work than others because everything is double wrapped. Normally, like commander decks are probably the easiest to do. Come on, you jerk. But yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Oh gosh, this was a mistake. What am I doing? I always explain Jumpstart like the card game matchup. I completely forgot about that, but yes, that would be absolutely correct. Shuffle up and deal. Hey Bronze, I've been buying a lot of Magic Bulk lately. Have you been doing good with it? Also, what's up, guys? What's crack-a-lackin'? Landfall. I've seen a lot of Landfall, and that is good. How much? Let's look that up real quick. How much is Scythe Cat Club? Actually, let's just bring up the whole Jumpstart Foundations price list. I don't have a screen capture on right now. So we're gonna go with the top 10 singles in the set. Oh, come on. Yeah, so we got Scythe Cat Club at 30, Rev 27, Kodama at 17, Ancient Green Warden at 13, Vito at 10, Fumulus 10, Takeo, Villas, Dionys is the elf, and then, yeah, so there's like, in all these decks, there's almost one $5 to $10 card, which is bonkers. I bought 9,000 the other day and have 60,000 deal I'm working on. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Is he trying to, are you getting a good deal on them, or what, how's that coming along? When do you find out if you get it or not? I've been uploading Pokemon Hollows, but need to get to the Magic Bulk, the 9,000 I bought from like 10 plus years ago, so that's cool. It's not super modern. Yeah, there's probably gonna be some solid stuff in there, dude. Most definitely. Chaos, number 3. Green. Lotus Cobras, lots of good stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's probably let's put this back in alphabetical order or price order. So when I go to the card list, So when I scroll, there is 3/4 of the cards in Foundations Jumpstart are 15 cents or more, which is a metric F ton. So, you know, direct, speaking purely direct, it's going to be pretty solid. Pretty solid. Good day from Australia. Sorry, that was that was a horrible attempt. I think the good day was okay, but love your content. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. I hope you keep up the good work and whatever it is you're doing, dude. Okay. Yeah, if we can get all this main stuff open tonight, that would be an excellent. That'd be excellent. That's the goal. I am going to have a more streamlined video kind of going all over this as well. So that'll be fun. My friend isn't convinced Magic bulk sells, but he has seen Pokemon bulk sells and he plays Magic, so I'm going to prove him wrong. How long has he played Magic? Because if you play Magic and don't think Magic bulk sells, I don't know where you've been living. I don't know where he's been. Of all the games, Magic Bulk is by far the best. The best around. I was going to continue that, but it wouldn't have made much sense. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Posey Parker, what's going on, dude? Been following your journey for a while, but not able to catch lives very often. Keep up the great work on the grind as well, dude. Thank you for the kind words, brother. Welcome. Glad you were able to catch one. We are going to be probably getting live a little more often than just like 1 or 2 days a week, so we'll have more opportunities. But keep up the grind, well, too, man. Where are you at in your journey? You just start. You've been at it for a while. He lives in a small town in Nevada, so sheltered experiences. I guess that checks out. Black. What I am going to do for the video, because normally I all the regular stuff, commons, uncommons, rares, all get put in the same box. I don't put my rares in a different box, especially for direct. You just want to just be able to breeze through rows. But for this, and for the sake of the full-length video, I'm going to separate all the rares, basically anything over $3, and do that as a separate CSV to show, like, when you do a Bass box opening, how much value you can usually expect to get back reasonably quick. Because this costs like $1,650. So I'm pretty sure that we will be able to get $1,200 to $1,400 back within 2 weeks. Hey, what day is your Discord supposed to launch? By the weekend, possibly Monday. My buddy who's helping me set it up, we have to put a few more final touches on it because I don't know Discord at all. And we're doing that tonight after I get off the with the guys for the other podcast that I'm doing. So it'll be fun. And he's like very, he's a cool guy, but he's also like very techie. So he's very specific about things. So like he's getting like the whole, like when you join in, like taking tours to different channels and all this other stuff. And, you know, more than I would have ever done. Selling since November, about 13K in revenue, collection buys, bulk and grading. Dude, that's awesome. For 6 months, 13K in revenue? That is fantastic. Do you do Magic, Pokemon, healthy mix of everything? What you go to? Okay. The joys of living by yourself. You can just chuck crap everywhere and you don't have to worry about defending yourself to nobody. 6K since January, dude. That is awesome. That's some solid numbers, guys. It really is. I know I'm behind in sales from where I was last year, but I think we'll be able to have a better back nine to get things going. I can't even count the 6K. You could if you were counting the amount of money on random old packs that you were opening. I'm sure you could count that high then. Dinosaurs. Pokemon mainly. I've had a few Lorcana come through that someone threw in with some other cards I was buying out. Nice. I've got little bits and bobs of Lorcana. Do people even still play that? I feel like after like the second or third set, it's just, you never hear about it. How dare you? I mean, What would you say the EV? It's like $20 to $50 a box. Actually, you know what? We're gonna take a little. Do you guys ever use Mox Alpha? I can barely use a spreadsheet. Me too, dude. Nope. I'm gonna log into my Mox Alpha real quick and add it onto the screen real quick, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Ah, misspelled it. Ooh, yeah. All right. Screen capture. Add. Okay. This is just temporary. This is Mox Alpha. It gives you the EV of various products to basically, it simulates like 10,000 booster boxes of a given set, gives you an estimated value, and then if you know at that point you just what you can buy it for. So with Foundation's Jumpstart, the average estimated value of a box of Jumpstart is $140. Standard deviation is $30.90. For those of you who don't know what a standard deviation is, that means that on average, there's $30 plus or minus that a box can go. So the worst box you can open is gonna be about $110 in value. The best box that you can open is gonna be like $170 in value. I have this set for a 25-cent floor. So this is only counting cards 25 cents and up. So all those cards that are 19, 18, 17, 16, 15 cents, those aren't counted. And those all have a price floor of like 20 bucks or 40 cents. So there's plenty of room there. So at $140 a box, let's see, where is calculate returns? So we bought 20 boxes. We bought them at $81. And because we're on direct, we're gonna do 30%. So this is saying for 20 boxes, on average, it'll be about $340, which is a little low because our percentage is gonna be a little better. Because there's gonna be some boxes that are great, some boxes that are down, but on average, 20 to 50 bucks a box, which is pretty darn good. And again, that price is a little low because it's not taking into account all the cards under 25 cents. Crash course. I use MTG Goldfish to find values. That's definitely a solid way to go about it. I got my stuff out of order now. Quantity is definitely the ticket with bulk. Getting close to 10K inventory and it sure is picking up. Always be listing. Always. Always. But yeah, so that thing is like, I think it's like $50 a month. And I will get, I'll usually only buy it like once every month, once every third month, just to like, you know, just check on things, make sure things are where they're at. Like knowing Foundations is still at that point. You know, I'll be safe to do it a couple more times. But, you know, and let's say at the worst, it's $340 of profit and we're spending all this time doing it. We're getting more from it no matter what. It's just going to happen. And, you know, when you're starting off, you know, if you're having a hard time finding bulk or finding collections, you know, you can go to this. You can go to spending a lot of money breaking down some product and, you know, if you had an odd job, let's say a buddy of yours came to you and said, hey, would you mind helping me move all weekend? I'll pay you $200, $300. That's what I kind of look at this stuff like. And then sometimes you have really good sets where you can make double that, but you know. These are the things that will, you know, separate yourself from others when it starts getting really, really bad. It's definitely not like as good as it could be right now with how much things are pumping, but white. Green. Eek. I really want to get into mass box openings, so learning from you for this stuff is cool. Yeah, dude, it's fun. It's a lot of work. My fingers are tired and I don't want to do it anymore at this point, but you know, we're almost at the end. It's worth it. Joining late, can we start over? No. I will for more barbecue though. What's up, Dane? I use MTG Goldfish site and exported pre-con commander decks and like that. Yeah. That's a solid way of going about it. White. Red. Fuck. Green. Red. I don't mind putting work either in, my friend, especially when when your life goals are to not work at a job that you can't stand anymore. I'm literally willing to do anything. Anything. Well, not anything. Although, as we discussed earlier, I'm not the bottom person this time with Phantom. So maybe if I was a bottom person, I would say that a little differently. But blue. Red. Oh. We have similar goals. That's what I like to hear. I'm not very religious, but iron sharpens iron, man sharpens man. What you ripping? We are at the beginning-ish. We're almost to the second part of doing a mass box opening of Foundations Jumpstart. The goal is to have everything open and listed by the end of the weekend. Earlier, if we can manage it, but if we can have it listed by Saturday or Sunday. I'd allow that. I'd allow it. Black. Blue. If you're new to the stream and you haven't done so yet and you are enjoying yourself, please consider liking the stream. 3 shy at 20. A nice little mini goal would be cool. All right. We got 4 more boxes to go after this, and then we are on to phase 2. Yeah, also too, like, Foundations is really good for making land lots because every deck is 20 cards and you get like 8 lands. So you can make like 500 card land lots, sell those for like 20 or 30 bucks. None of this animal goes to waste. Yeah, man. The double wrapping is completely unnecessary, and I did some when Foundations Jumpstart was absolutely nutty. I did a case or 2 of that, and I can't believe they didn't. I cannot believe they didn't change that. I don't understand. It's rough. It's rough out here in the bulk world. All right, last 4 boxes, and then we get to start the real fun stuff. Actually, let's move this. We need some room. That was close. We caught it though. Hello, Wizards don't care. They just have to open it. They don't have to open it. They just gotta sell it. Yeah. Yep. I'm tired, Grandpa. That's too damn bad. You know, the rough part is Foundations Jumpstart. The easy part is Commander decks. You average it all together, and it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. Black. I actually had someone email me the other day and offer to buy all, if they made some like test listing for some kind of like starter kit on eBay, and they were like, yeah, if I have good luck with it and I sell, you know, X amount, I'd like to buy all the lands for like a flat $200. And it's like, okay, done, easy. I haven't been paying attention too much, but I've been excited to see a lot of landfall decks. Considering that the Scythecat Club is, how do we say club? The Cub, the landfall lion, is like the most expensive card. It was nice to see those. No. I mean, probably right now, well, not even just like blanket commander decks, because not all commander decks are worth opening. Because those ebb and flow too. Like if, you know, when they first come out, everyone's doing it, so it may not be worth it. But after a while, like right before a reprint, you know, sometimes they'll be worth it. you know, it just depends. So that's why, like, and it doesn't have to be Mox Alpha. It can be anything. But that's why finding a site like that does that and just like getting a subscription every couple months just to like follow up on stuff is worth it. Because like before Modern Horizons started going up, I did one for like a case or two of Modern Horizons 3, and I've done a couple of Phyrexia All Will Be One ones, some Modern Horizons 2 ones. Like I said, now it's a little tougher because everything is so high and everyone wants everything that this isn't the peak time to be doing this. You know, it's definitely on the lower end of the margin scale. But, you know, if you're in some Discord groups, like I'm in Rob's, I'm in Louis with Kitchen Table. You know, if you get into some of these groups where you can buy it at a low enough price, it all depends on what you buy it for. If these were $90 or $100, it probably wouldn't be worth doing. But I got them for $80. Yeah. And I did a mini one and I got like 8 Urza Sagas. I got them out of like 2.5 boxes. I got like 8 of them and I was like, holy crap. Oh, man. Black. Just looking through your bulk, have you come across any World Championship decks? I have. I've been having a hard time uploading them on Card Uploader, but not that camera, this one. They're all backwards, but some older ones. Got 2012, 2018. Come across the odd one here and there. Come on. Teal, are we still good on for tonight? That podcast I was talking about, Teal is one of the members. Also, our first channel sponsor. You'll be seeing his ad break in a future video here coming soon. Thanks again, Teal Gaming. If you like good stuff, you should go check out his selling platforms because he is the man. I'll try to remember that. I don't have a lot, but I'll remember Rockruff. And if I see any come by, I can definitely keep it in mind. I think we can do that. Blue. I think blue is easily the worst color of all these. I'm gonna raise this mic. Keep knocking into it. I think blue is easily the worst color of all the Jumpstart decks. I think it's like green, black, red, white, blue, or something like that. You the man. Nah. You the man. Wait. Blue. Oh, can we hit the cycle in a row? White, blue. Is this black? Nope. Blue is my favorite color to play. I wish I didn't know that about it. I'm joking. Blue's fun. Blue can be just as toxic as any other color. I've definitely always been a kind of aggro player, so like I've always been like a red white, you know, Boros, Gruul, Naya in some instances. Good evening, y'all. What's up? Ennels. When I first started getting into Modern, I almost made a day 2 of a Modern Grand GPT, and I was playing. This was before Death Shadow or whatever that card was called was getting popular. It was like, I called it Suicide Naya because it ran nothing but, it was like Wild Mikado, Goblin Guide, Monastery Swift Spear, all the Phyrexian spells, you know, Gut Shot, Mutagenic Growth. I think it ran a Dismember or two. One Become Immense. It had a very, very specific setup, but I could, and I did, it could do a turn 2 kill on the play. And I got it once, and it was fantastic. I was so pissed. Are you aware of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, or do you believe in a watch without a craftsman? I think I know what that means. I'm undecided. I go once a month, if that answers your question, because I don't know how to feel about it, but I do try to steer away from the religious side of things just to, you know, keep it light. But, you know, it is what it is. All right. Rake. Calling the rake. Oops. That did not go according to plan. Even though white is first amongst all 5 colors, I really think I'm going to be opening the green decks first because I want to see how many Scythe Cat clubs we got. Yeah, you know, it's, you know, I've said it before to other people. It's like, it just depends on the person. Because I don't mind people, like, you know, sharing what they are, have a strong affinity for. But it's when that affinity, you know, Bronze God knows all. I do know all. It's like, it's when they get pushy. It's like when you say, hey, no, I appreciate it, but, you know, blah. And then when they keep going, that's when it's like, listen, I understand you're passionate, but now, I mean, I have some people that work to do it all the time. I'll be in the middle of helping someone through a drive-thru and it's like, hey, by the way, it's like, dude, I just got yelled at for 5 minutes because some lady couldn't find the glasses that are literally sitting on her face. The last thing I need to hear right now is any of that, you know? But when I do go once a month, is I usually just use it as like one momentary blip of the week where I just get to sit down and just not think of anything. Just kind of self-reflect. That's about it. The extent of my political talk is inflation. Indeed. Yeah. I agree with you guys, but that's the big catch-22 is because, like, the people who are really in deep, who are true believers and all that stuff, like, it's preached to them that they have to consistently be talking about it and you know, promoting it and you know, trying to save people. So them not being as persistent, not being persistent to the point where it turns people off is like an injustice almost, because they're not doing what they should be, or they truly feel to win people over or get people to really truly see what they think they're missing. But all of my self-reflection comes in the throne in the shower. Yes, I would agree with that. Oh yeah, I agree, Bronze. Yeah, man, it's you know, I wouldn't mind talking about it if it was like, you know, if you could be civil, but I know a lot of people can't, so it's like not something I really ever want to get into. But yeah, you know, I'm not gonna hate anybody for it. You do you. The one true God I believe in is the God of cardboard. Oh, and the God of tits and wine. That one too. that there is a solid god. Do you know in Bravos they worship a god of tits and wine? She has 8 teats. Whatever area that's from. I don't remember where he said. Dude. So like I've said it a million times, I work in a pharmacy, right, Johnson? All day. And again, I don't care what side of the political thing. 10 years past Obama, someone has a high copay. He goes, "Thanks, Obama." It's like, brother, like it's not Obama, dude. You just have a high. You picked a bad plan. You didn't read the fine print. You have a high copay. Like, get out of here. God of Cardboard, Rudy. Yeah, good. So, actually, you mentioned that. So, I knew the answer was going to be no. I knew it was going to be no. But I was like, hey, Rudy, I'm just some dumb guy that has a podcast that I've been doing for 10 weeks. I'm definitely probably the only person that's ever asked you to do an interview. And although I know you have a strict no interview policy, I'm going to ask. And he was actually pretty nice about it. He was like, hey, you know, I appreciate the kind words and this, that, the other, but there'd be a lot of angry people if I said yes to anybody, so no. And I was like, okay. Doesn't matter how much of a percentage answer is no, you shoot your shot. That's it. That sounds like my dad. Also, Obama's not in the CEO for health. Yeah, that indeed. Yes, that's it, Retro Mike. Dude, how do you know everything? Was that on a spreadsheet? Did you pull up your your Game of Thrones spreadsheet real quick? Gotta shoot your shot. You better believe it. Better believe it. Yeah. I typed one word and I was just like, here we go. And to be completely honest, everyone that said yes, I thought would say no at this point. So it's like, okay. I deleted it, but I should have shown you guys the email I sent Brian from PokeNE. I'll never send an email like that again because I disqualified myself so hard. Hey, I've been a long time watcher. I really appreciate your content. I super appreciate your time. I'm sorry to, it was just like, like glazing turned into just like self-deprecating. But he was just like, yes, tell me when. Well, got to run, Bronze. Thanks for sharing the Sun and Moon listings. Not a problem, dude. Thanks again for hanging in there. Like I said, more will be coming. Appreciate you stopping by. We should be on tomorrow about the same time, 7:30, 8 o'clock. If you feel like stopping by, I'm feeling frisky. We actually might have enough time to actually sort one or two of these colors by deck, which would be great. Everybody say bye, Johnson. Bye. I need to get some emotes done. I still have my really old emotes. I need to get some done. Keep forgetting to do that. How many boxes do you have to open? I opened 20. I got 3.5 cases, so 20 boxes. Tab 69 on my eBay versus TCG player spreadsheet. Love it. Hey, Bron. Oh, we almost wrecked that. Hey, Bron, just tuning in. Exciting to see the box opening. I want to start doing some box openings. How are your foundations jumpstart looking? What do you suppose EV on a box is? We actually just went over the Mox Alpha on it. It's about $20 to $50 a box. It said for 20 boxes it was $340, which is definitely on the low side. Because I sift for like you know, the low side of things, but you know, $340 divided by 20. I can't do math right now. 340 divided by 20. Yeah, so it's about 20 bucks on the low side, 50 on the high side, and that's not counting anything under 25 cents. So there's room. Do you have any brick and mortar store owners coming up for the interview? Yeah. So we did RNG a couple weeks ago. Mason, Cardinal Gaming, he reached out, waiting for him to respond, but he was looking forward to getting in. Louis said he was down to do it once his wife's medical situation got in line. Couple people that don't have YouTube channels but reached out and have stores that they wanted to, so yeah. A Zoltar machine? I'd hit that up in a heartbeat. Man, anybody who's ever seen the movie Big, when you think about it now, like, could you imagine a movie like that coming out nowadays? Where the whole movie an adult like shacks up with a secret 13-year-old the entire time? What's your biggest sources of bulk? Stores, Facebook Marketplace? Easily Facebook Marketplace. I don't do garage sales. And then some LGSs would probably be second, only because I've been buying from them for so long for other stuff. But I don't really, I don't come up to other people's rates. I have my $10 to $15 per thousand, my 30 or 40 per thousand for reverses and hollows. This $25, $30 for regular uncommons. I'm not touching that crap. Yeah, and there was a woman going after a boy. Could you imagine that movie if it was like a guy going after a girl? Okay. Heroes, enchanted, armed. Armed, heroes, enchanted. It's a good movie. It just, there we go. Camera orientation is hard. Prideful. Stalwart. Angels. Stalwart. Heroes. Enchanted. Legion. Giddy up. Giddy up, Buttercup. Stalwart. Healers. Stalwart. And the good thing about foundations too is like, even, let's say, even if it is like on average $340 for 20 boxes, that is kind of low, but it's like almost guaranteed. Like the more you open, the more consistent those numbers get. So it's like, whatever, you know? Whatever is it easy. It's like the easiest hard route for getting monies. Monies. Armed, enchanted, giddy up, angels. Scoot that over there. Legion, armed. Oops. Did I screw that up? Nope. What did I just do? There we go. Enchanted. Angels. Stalwart. Healers. Enchanted. Angels. Armed. Healer. Stalwart. Bam. Do 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 do. I feel like $20 a box is great. Not sure if you said what you paid right now, but I'm assuming between $80 and $90, meaning you're getting about 25% return. Yeah, $81 is what we paid. And that, I mean, and that's a good point. It's like, yeah, it's a lot of work for 20%, but it's also like, it's easy. It's easy hard work. So yeah, 20%. And like I said, that's like the lowest. I mean, I did 30% fees too. So it's like, it's going to be better than that. You know, and that only counts cards over 25 cents, like I've said a few times. So, you know, land lots. Yeah, there's some good room there. I wanted to do Airbender, because Airbender, when it first came out, was really good. Airbender was up there, but now it's like the lowest I could find was like 99, and the EV's like 120, 130, so it's like a little scary. Thought you and Phantom were streaming at the same time and didn't know how to choose? You don't have to choose. We are in this cardboard thing together. I appreciate you coming by, even if I was the afterthought. Just joking. Wait, what is the deal here? Why are we opening boxes for a loss? We're not opening boxes for a loss. We're opening boxes we bought for $80 and making a minimum of $20 profit per box. $20 to $50 is the range. So when you average those two together, it's probably going to be like 30 to 35 a box. G. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I'm not, you know. Yeah, exactly. I know. It's I would not be doing all this work, if it was going to be a loss. That's why you have to be a little selective in what you do, but yeah, so it's like, you know, when you stream, you want people watching you, right? I don't think there's that has to be said. But I'm also not super worried about the viewer count. I think when you start worrying about the viewer count, that's when you start worrying about the wrong things. If you're entertaining, you chat with people, whatever. If it's 2 people or 200 people, that's all that matters. So, you know, if you're on at the same time as others, you know, more power to them. I always try to find people I know to raid afterwards, you know. I actually asked him, Kevin. He said he was interested, but I guess he's pretty busy on the back end, so he didn't want to commit to anything, but I was like, we should do like a Robin Big. I don't know if you guys remember Robin Big, but it's like we should do like a Robin Big type of podcast where, because like, I'm not going to lie, talking to him for the time I did over on his channel, we play off each other really well. He's my kind of people. Jake, I don't want to know how about Fainting Gets Off. I'll set a donation goal next time, and then I will tell you how he gets off. How about that? We've had some late night Discord chats. I might know a few things. Have you seen the Airbender boxes from Sam's Club? They're on clearance right now. Oh, I have not. What type of, are they like the like 6-pack boxes or like the ETB type boxes? I really should renew my. Oh, do we have it on off the coast yet? Ooh, wizards, ninjas. He's back. What's up, Brandon? Yeah, catching us towards the end. We're probably going to be alive for another 15, 20 minutes, but welcome on in. Things got a little hairy when we were packing up that large bulk liquidation, so it took a little more of my time than I wished, but yeah. Back and better than ever. If I ever force myself to start content, I'll bug you about a podcast. I'm down. I'm not gonna lie, you know, when you watch people online and you see them everywhere, I used to think it's like, okay, you know, you're just trying to do, but you kind of have to do that. So it's like when my buddies asked me to do another podcast with them, I was like, sure, why not? And you know, I'm trying to be cognizant of the time I need to do cards, but it's like, it's just hard getting used to. When you're in business for yourself, you have to be your own advocate, right? No one's going to champion you but you and the people that you are able to befriend or kind of get on your side for being the right type of person. So it's a little weird constantly advocating yourself and being like your own promoter, but it's something you have to get used to, and I'm starting to get used to that. And as long as what you're putting out isn't just like absolute garbage slop, it is what it is. I'm unsure, but I believe they are foundation packs. Yes, Foundation Jumpstart. We spent most of tonight just opening all the packs and getting everything kind of deck sorted. Tomorrow we'll actually start getting into getting everything alpha sorted. You can always tell with Jumpstart 2, like the decks that sometimes have the better cards, because most of them have the, you know, piles that aren't exactly equal to the others. Includes 4 Magic the Avatar Legendary boosters, 4 Magic the Gathering Avatar Play boosters. 8 packs? It's not bad. How much is it? 8 packs. 20 bucks? 25 bucks? I feel like if it's more than 25 bucks, it's probably not the best deal, but it is Sam's Club, so it definitely could be. Is that a flip? That's it? Man, compared to white, there were not that many blue decks. Interesting. Yo! It's Phantom Cards. Everybody who's here that was watching Phantom, purposely ignoring me for the better of the two. Oh, hey, Phantom, guess what? We found out today that you're a bottom bitch. In our relationship tonight, apparently I'm a top. I'm a pitcher. So, sorry, not sorry. The chat commands it. Chat knows all. Someone has appeared. N-O... I'm sure everybody here already is, but if for some reason you're here and you are not following Mr. It's Phantom Cards, you better get over there and smash that sub button, baby. And like the stream. We're at 24. Maybe we can get to 30 by the end of the night. Perhaps. All right. Black is next. Yeah, that seems a little high. Apparently, I'm the top, the most bottom thing. Shut up! No. You're fine, dude. That was funny. That was funny. I do try hard not to curse and get into too craziest stuff, but you know, it's a stream, it's not a normal video, so we can have a little more fun than usual, so. Yeah, but I'm a power bottom? Ooh. Ooh. You need a soundboard so you can play scans to make her dance when a pet night appears. I just found I bought a Stream Deck like 3 years ago and never used it, so I just found it. So we're gonna program some stuff. All these dudes talking pictures, I'm just talking scans. You should do the, we should do the Trump dance when you do scans to make them dance. Just be like, scans to make them dance. Scans to make them dance. You don't have to be a fan of Trump, but you gotta admit, that dance slaps hard. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Nefarious. Grave robber. Ghastly. Thanks for being one of my 40 followers. NLs, you're not wrong. Or NLes. NLs. I think secretly in my head I keep wanting to say endless. No, we all gotta get those weekly updates on TCG Labors eBay, dude. We do. The people needs it. Oh, we got 2 clerics stacks going. 49 active viewers, only 27 likes. Blow up the like button. I like this guy's train of thought. 49 active, holy crap. I think that might be a new PB. I don't think we've ever gotten that high. We may have, I don't really pay attention too often. Lots of black decks, I like to see it. Love to see a lot of black decks. Decks. D-E-C-K-S. LO, I saw the first video of the series and was like, I'm down for the ride. What are you working on? We're doing a bunch of Foundations Jumpstart. We're doing a big mass box opening. You guys are all my closest friends and you don't even know me. Love it. Love it. Dude, there's friends and then there's cardboard friends, and there's a difference because cardboard friends mean more. It's like one of the few hobbies where it's like you can actively root for doing good for yourself and for someone else, and it not be a bad thing. The 3 Joshes are my other 3 followers. Every time I get on here, you're either talking about powdering balls or black decks. Listen, okay? I thought enough time would have passed, but apparently not. So we'll, hey, Kevin. Ready? Our podcast could be the the powdered ball black deck podcast. PBBD podcast. You would think it's about powdered balls and black decks, but it's actually about cardboard and money. Got him. Robot Hitcher, what's up? Good evening, my friend. Welcome to the stream. What are we doing? Jumpstart? Yep, we're almost done sorting the decks after the primary opening, and then we're gonna run out of time. But starting tomorrow, we're gonna start breaking into them and really sorting them properly. Hoping to have everything done by Saturday or Sunday, because we should have had this stuff like 4 days ago. Let's quit while we're behind, shall we? Yeah. Good idea. Good idea. Listen, some ideas are not going to be the best ideas. It's a skill to create good ideas, and it's also a skill to acknowledge bad ones. Back to the drawing board. Let's quit while here. Rip the ad break. Listen, if you don't have Prime, I don't know what to tell you. Phantom, that's a curious question. Do you pay for YouTube Prime? Because I feel like you're the type of person that should and probably doesn't. I would not watch YouTube if I did not have Prime. Robot Hitcher, each deck has like 4 different variations. So like Ghastly has like 4 different deck lists, and like 80% of the deck list overlaps, and then like some of the commons, some of the uncommons and the rares will be different. So it's like each color has 8 decks, and of those 8 decks, they each have like 2 or 3 permutations. Nefarious, vampires, ghastly, boom. It's called spitballing. Got to throw enough ideas against the wall until something. Yeah, you better believe it, man. This is the story of life scenario. We got millions of swimmers, and we got one that's got to stick. I've been here since the beginning of the stream. Don't have premium, and still haven't had a single ad. Maybe it's. I think you're sub to the channel. I think being a sub stops it. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how ads work. I just know it says, "Do you want to turn them on?" And then I say yes, and then I say, "Do it automatically." CG. Yeah, I think it's a solid idea, dude. Trainers. Dude, you never know with trainers. GI. Near to Wells. I said that word today. Near to Well. It's one of my favorite words. Oops. Almost made my first spelling mistake. Hey. All right. LM. Oh, I was hoping paying for premium would help me bring more people to my channel, honestly. I don't think paying for premium does anything like that. I'm trying to remember. You just started your channel, right, Sleeve? I might be thinking of someone else, but I'm pretty sure you just started, right? Oh, guess who's not subscribed? Now I am. Sleeve the Chaos. Oh my god. That beard. Love it. 12 days, 8 days, 6 days, 4 days, 2 days. 40 for here right now, that's pretty good. Yeah, like I said, I try really hard not to focus on that, you know? I just doing my thing. If people like what's going on, then sweet. If not, then, you know, whatever. But I think talking about that stuff kind of takes away from what this should be, which is just like, you know, we're just hanging out, doing cards, whatever. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Yep. This might be a hot take. Do you make your thumbnails or do you use AI? Because I don't know if it's true, like they do anything with AI thumbnails, but great Pokemon content creators start with great hair. Dang. I guess I missed the boat on that one. Love watching why I sort list. Yeah, exactly, man. This is just, you know. The other day when like Mason was in here and he donated a couple subs, I was like, okay, like I love it, but like I don't expect anybody to do something like that. I'd be doing this anyway, so just throw it on a camera and just talking shop. I know I don't use AI. Then Phantom yelled at us on YouTube, so I felt compelled not to use them ever. Yeah, it's. I try. It's a little more effort sometimes, but I mean, I don't know. AI is weird right now with people. There's a lot of people out there that if they even have a sniff of it being AI, it's like. And card ones don't really take a lot of effort, but when I start a channel, every thumbnail would be AI. Anything to Sparks. Yeah. That would be a good Phantom rant. That would be solid. So that was a pretty good night. I got through way more of that than I thought. We just have to sort the red and green decks. In alpha order, and then we'll start actually sorting the cards. So I'd rather you draw a stick figure in MS Paint. I'll give that a test. One of these days I'll make a thumbnail with just a little stick figure. It'll be two lines and an O for like a stick figure pog face. That'd be dope. Phantom feels the way about AI thumbnails that most people feel about scalpers. I'd agree with that, because apparently after that last video, apparently Phantom likes to kiss scalpers on the mouth. Joking! The video was really good and I got all of it, but yeah, that makes sense. Because yeah, I've seen TJ use a couple of those before. Honestly, I think stick figures MS Paint might be unique enough to. I'm willing to give it a shot. Watch the CTR to be high. Hey, you know what? we might figure out a way that maybe what I'll do is I'll ask AI to do a stick figure with a Pog face and throw that on there, dude. That'd be funny. Ocarina of Time 3DS is my nightly wind down game. Been going out of order as much as possible. Yeah, man. Fucking Ocarina of Time is goated. That's probably going to do it for tonight. I got to film this podcast here in about 5 minutes with a buddy of mine. So let's see if any homies are on. Let's see. Live. Edit. Customization. Redirect. Oh, Mike X is on. Let's go raid Mike X. Collectibles. All right. Yeah, man, we'll be back on with more frequency. I appreciate you guys hanging in there. I appreciate you guys coming to hang out. We are going to go raid our friend Mike X Collectibles. He's got a nice little stream over there. So we're gonna get to that. We'll see you tomorrow night, probably about 8 o'clock. Roughly around 8 o'clock. Get back into the swing of things over here and.